So let's look at sample lesson. In this lesson, and I don't want you to pay attention really to the exact lesson, the goal is for you to see the structure so that you will see that the structure is consistently the same and the language is consistently the same across. So we will start with the introduction. And then after the introduction is what is the specific task that will be followed for that day. Next, there will be an explanation of what the focus is, and the teacher may provide an example. The teacher will then practice reading words, and then the students and the teacher will practice collaboratively practicing to read the words. And you will notice that we have a first set of 5 and a second set of 5. If at the end of that week, the students do not meet the goal on the progress monitoring, instead of continuing with the next week's lessons, the teacher will return to this week's lesson and will teach now using the second set of 5 words. In other words, first time teaching, we're using first set of 5. If there is a need to reteach, we are using the second set of 5 words. After that, the teacher will do, the students will practice, and the teachers and the students will practice independently. The teacher will model spelling words, and you can see in the spelling of the words, the teacher, again, will have words to practice, and then the students will have words to practice and apply. And the students will have a first set of 5 and then a second set of 5. Again, if they miss the progress monitoring goal on the first week, then the teacher will reteach using the second set of 5. Consider the second set of 5 as reteaching. Next, they will proceed with sentences from dictation and reading of a book. And that is the first lesson. Let's look at the second lesson. They will start again with an introduction, with a task, an explanation. The teacher will practice reading the words, and then collaborative practice. Students practice as a group, independent practice. Teachers spelling, modeling spelling of the words. Students practice for spelling. Writing sentences, reading of a book. And same on. The process will be across all the lessons the same. So that's how you can see that we try to be consistent both with the language as well as with the structure. That way, students do not need to stress of what is coming, and they will not need to worry about what they are expected to do. Similarly, you will not have to stress about using the exact what lesson you will be teaching, because the structure, the activities will be exactly the same. The language will be the same, which means that if you are consistent at the very beginning in learning the language and applying that language, it will be far more feasible for the students to follow and for you to follow the lessons as you proceed. So let's look at the lessons now. We're going to practice at the beginning of a lesson. We will work to read and spell multisyllabic words. These are often called big words. Multisyllabic words, as the term implies, have many syllables. A syllable is a unit of pronunciation that has a vowel. If I speak like a robot, I can break words into syllables. For example, in the word capital, I have capital, 3 syllables. In the word capability, I have capability, 5 syllables. A syllable needs a vowel. Today, we will work with combinations of the 6 syllable types and how to read 2 syllable words. Remember, big words consist of smaller parts called syllables. If we know how to read and spell those syllables, we can read and spell multisyllabic words. Today, we will work with compound words. So that was the time completed for the first 2 tasks. And you see we have indicated a minute, but it's far less than a minute. Then the teacher will proceed with an explanation. What is a compound word? A compound word is a word that includes two words that can stand on their own in meaning, but combined, they can create a new word meaning. Two words combined make a compound word. For instance, I have the word, and then the teacher will write the word. For instance, I have the word, I will underline the vowels, and I recognize that I have two words, but they're also two syllables. So I have a vowel team and I have a vowel. So I have two vowels, I have two syllables. I'm sorry, it disappears in the screen. The word are, car, pull. The word is carpool. The word car is R control. The word pool is a vowel team. The word carpool has two syllables. It means to group together in a car. It is important to be able to recognize those parts in words so we can read them automatically and accurately, and we can spell them correctly for the readers. Remember, a syllable needs to have a vowel. When we have a vowel team, we will underline the vowel team. When we have a silent E syllable, we will underline the vowel that says its name and place a dot on the silent E because it's capped, it can't talk. When we see the consonant plus LE, we will underline it. When we see compound words, we can look for the word parts. Knowing the syllables can help us decide how to pronounce the words and think of their meaning. So this is the language that the teacher will follow. And I understand it is a script. However, the closer you practice to that, the better it will be, because then your language will consistently apply this script and use this across all the lessons. And again, the language will be the same. So that is the structure of the lessons, and that is how all our lessons are designed.